Check this out. Then out the blue, out of the swamps of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, comes back. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Bronze Bomber, my man Deontay Wilder, coming back after a year off, after 2 Tyson Fury L's, the last one being the worst one. And that man said, listen, man, the game is calling me back. I ain't done. Now, you might say, well, why did it take Deontay so long to get back to boxing? Well, Deontay said he was getting to the bag. He said, listen, I've been making enough money. I'm retired. I didn't need to do it. On top of that, and this are his exact words, to be honest, I haven't missed it at all, meaning boxing. Many of times I have sat around and contemplated, do I need to come back or not? Because I've done so well for myself outside of the ring. To the point I don't need boxing. Financially, I've won all the way around. Deontay Wilder's been getting to the bag. He's been knocking fools out. Before Tyson Fury, he even knocked Tyson Fury down. Let us not forget that. And for those who believe in the first fight that the count was long by the referee, Deontay technically won that fight to some. We all know Tyson got the gift count, got back up. That's not taking nothing away from this guy because he got back up and boxed a hell of a fight. Okay, Tyson Fury's a monster. Man is not a game. But Deontay Wilder was not fitting to come back to boxing after losing October 9th, 2021 to Tyson Fury. Then he got a statue in his image in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Now, if y'all understand Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the biggest thing in sports in Tuscaloosa, Alabama is Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide of Alabama. That's what goes down over there. Until Deontay Wilder snatched the bronze medal in the Olympics, until Deontay Wilder snatched up the WBC Heavyweight Championship, and then Deontay Wilder went on a knockout spree for years. Let's not stun on my man, okay? After beating Bermain Stavern, hitting him with the fist of Jesus on January 17th, 2015. That's how long ago boy got the joint, man. He became the champ in 2015. Man, then he went on a knockout spree. Eric Molina, that same year. Johan Duhaupas, that same year. These are all KOs. Okay? Artur Spitzka knocked his ass out in 2016. Chris Arreola, stoppage. Gerald Washington knocked him out in 2017. Bermain Stavern again in 2017. Luis King Kong Ortiz in 2018. I mean, then we got to Tyson Fury, right? Good fight, went down to a draw in 2018. Jumped to Dominic Brazil. That was a crazy little rivalry right there. He knocked Dominic out in the first round with the hand of Jesus. Okay? The right hand of Jesus. Gave him the business. And then again, Luis King Kong Ortiz, 2019. Him and Dominic Brazil, he mopped him up in 2019. And then we got back to Tyson Fury. The first fight in 2020, our guy, Mark Breland, former trainer of Deontay Wilder, threw in the towel. He saw his man was about to get finished in the 7th, threw in the towel. Deontay fired him. He said his suit was too heavy. He said somebody tainted his water. He said Tyson had loaded gloves. He said a lot. But we saw Deontay in the dressing room with his girl, laying on her, looking hella comfortable. He came out with that nut crazy suit with the huge skull face in the hat. He said it was too heavy, but you chose it, dog. You chose it. Like, no excuses, baby. We got love for you, champ, but no excuses. And then we get to the 2021 fight, where ultimately in the 11th round, Tyson Fury finished Deontay. But he was getting, he was doing his thing, but Tyson was mopping up Deontay. Don't get me wrong. Deontay showed super heart. Like anybody who was questioning his heart because of all the excuses in the second fight, Deontay gave him that work. But yes, he caught the L. He caught the L. Okay? It's okay. Now, Deontay is back. He's fighting October 15th in his second home, the Barclays Center, against Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius. You like, who the hell is Robert Helenius? Well, first of all, let's not get it twisted. You ain't going to put Deontay right back against like an Anthony Joshua or any of these other guys. Andy Ruiz and King Kong, Luis Ortiz, they about to fight. Plus, he already mopped up King Kong twice. So we don't want to see that. Maybe Andy Ruiz, but Andy Ruiz has already got an opponent right now, so that ain't going to happen. He's fighting Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius is on a 3-fight win streak. He fought and knocked out Adam Klodowski, the babyface assassin. That's a big win. He fought and knocked out Adam Klodowski twice, okay? And he also fought and knocked out Mateus Roberto Osorio. So this guy's not a slouch. He calls himself, I think, the Nordic Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Something of that nature. He's from Finland. Guy's a problem. Deontay respects this guy. But let's go back to what Deontay said. Deontay said he used to have that feeling of, I want to go back into the ring or I want to go to the gym and hit the bag. I went to the gym a couple times to try and get that feeling, but he couldn't find the feeling. The feeling wasn't there no more. I don't know what it is, but that feeling wasn't there no more. Again, after his statue was unveiled in May of this year, he was like, man, there's more to be done. He got back to camp. He upped the training. He reportedly went through 407 rounds in 15 days. The champ is trying to get it, son. Like, do you understand? I mean, I don't even want to do the math right now. That's a lot of rounds in 15 days, kid. 2 weeks, 407 rounds. The champ is trying to play for real. He has a renewed commitment, and he's trying to get it cracking. This is what he said about his next opponent, Robert Helenius. Helenius, I believe. I got high respect for Robert. I know what he's capable of doing. I know that he is going to put it all on the line. He's coming to give his best, and I'm coming to do the same thing. With that being said, it consists of more rounds, more time of training, consists of a little bit more time just going through the fundamentals and doing the right things because this is a serious fight. Yo, the game missed and needs and loves Deontay Wilder. Bomb Squad! You know you missed the energy, man. This man is the energy. He brings the right. He says night-night. You saw Tyson take care of business on boy pause, but guess what? This man is good for the game. This is Deontay Wilder. Yeah, he said some excuses one time, but just like Anthony Joshua went off the rails after losing to Usyk for the second time, we know that fighting's emotional. Deontay got a little caught up in the energy. We're going to forgive you, champ, because the third fight with Tyson, you redeemed yourself, so to speak. You went out on your shield like you said you wanted to do, so we forget about all the transgressions in the past, talking crazy about a legitimate L. But now that you're back and you fight Robert Helenius, this opens up the game for good matchups. What do I mean? Anthony Joshua lost 2 to Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury 1-2 against Deontay Wilder. Why you mention this, Brett? Because let Deontay get past Robert Helenius. The first fight that needs to get made, of course, barring any boxing shenanigans and politics, is Deontay versus AJ. Deontay versus AJ. Why? Honestly, whoever wins versus Tyson versus Usyk, listen, it is what it is, right? And by the way, I'm picking Tyson Fury for that fight. That's just me. Usyk is a problem, and let's not get it twisted. Ukrainians, they the new thug life. They the new thug life. Okay, they fighting Russians. They fighting in rings. They've been on it. It's been grimy over there. Everybody got the blue and yellow. We holding them down. So don't get me twisted. He's ready. He's battle tested. Usyk. But Tyson Fury's named after Mike Tyson. This man's a whole nother breed. His name is the Gypsy King. He was a traveling gypsy. His daddy, they bare knuckle fighters. These guys are a whole nother type of animal. Okay? They a whole nother type of animal. So that's what that is right there in terms of Usyk and Tyson Fury. Tyson's probably going to take that. That's your boy, Brett Pretty Butler, giving you that tip. All right? But in boxing, this is entertainment. AJ, Anthony Joshua, versus Deontay Wilder is a big-ass fight. You want to take that real rap over to England. You want to take that over to England. Sell out crazily, you know what I'm saying, and do it for the streets. That's a fight for the streets. We like these guys. You got to like AJ. He had a little meltdown, but then he came back. He classed it up. We like AJ. You know what I mean? He brings back that energy from like Top Boy or something. He's the good guy Top Boy type energy. You know what I'm saying? He's not all the way Duchesne. He's not all the way Scully. But we know he's about that life. The man them. You understand me? Deontay Wilder, 100% country grammar. Like, this is the guy. Okay? He's feeling it again. He's back in the game. Yes, he has to get through Robert Helenius. But, if he does, you got to match this guy up against Anthony Joshua. And that's why I say boxing, heavyweight boxing specifically, is back and in tip-top shape. Baby, we love it. Because the best is still fighting the best, even when they lose. Who don't want to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua? Who don't want to see Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk? Shit, I'm looking forward to watching King Kong, Luis Ortiz versus Andy Ruiz. These are good fights. The game is not playing. They're giving us what we want. Stop talking crazy about the boxing business, and we love it all. My name is Red Pretty Butler. You know what it is. Shout out to everybody at the Up On Game Network. My man Vito, Dustin, Cardo, Blanco, and of course the big homie Val Arrington. You know what it does. Follow this on every social media platform at Pretty Left Hook. And of course, rate, like, subscribe to the Up On Game Network. And shout out to Pesomatic, paying them goddamn bills, baby. Listen, my name is Red Butler, and you just been blessed to know the best. Hitting you in your goddamn liver. Heavyweights are back, fool. Keep watching. Yeah! Peace.